Buddy, I'm Andre, and today we're coding some more stuff. And specifically, last couple of days, I've been working on the game jam, and I will say I kind of backed myself into a corner. I I had an opportunity to fix it last stream. I kind of went in a different route, and today I was thinking about it. I went on a long walk, and I was thinking about my code, and we're gonna have to refactor everything. It's pretty much I have to do it, or else my code is not going to work as intended. Honestly, we're making some pretty good progress. I think we're going to finish this much earlier than anticipated. I don't think we'll have time to do another game jam before the end of the month, but we're going to knock this one out of the park, and that's going to be great. But yes, we're going to get started on that in just a second. I'm still setting everything up, making sure everything looks all fine and dandy. I'm not going to stream for too long today. It's already pretty late, much later than I said I was going to stream, and I do apologize for that. I was hoping that as soon as I got the new job, stuff would be a lot better, but we're just not there yet. We're getting close. We're not quite there yet. Kind of to be expected, kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is, and we'll just keep moving forward. Getting some pop-out chats real fast. Okay. I'm live. Get to chat. Pop-out chat. There we go. And now we're all set. And as far as I can tell, the Twitch is running properly and everything else is running properly. Yeah, we're in a good spot. Okay, now let's put up YouTube right here. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I think I see somebody. Yeah, I see some people joining in. Okay, now we're all cleaned up. Everything's all set up. The Discord did a Discord notification go out? It did go out. Perfect. And we should be in a pretty good spot. Yeah. But I'm kind of expecting to be all caught up with I say this every single day now, but I'm working towards it. It's a work in progress. That's all I can really say right now. I might have overpromised earlier, and that's the one thing I do apologize for. But yeah, we're gonna get this done. But for the time being, what we're gonna do first is get the code up and running, and let's start refactoring shit because that is what we have to do. Okay, so step number one, what we need to do for sure is we really need to get out of this format. This is not good. I'm gonna call status. We're gonna change this to a object. Status type button X, Y. Then we're going to have a couple of things that are not going to be for everything. I'm going to do lights. For now, I'm going to keep it as like this. Yeah, I think this can be good. So we're going to keep it like this for right now. This isn't excellent. We're going to have to refactor a lot of code to get. Yeah, today's going to be just a big day for refactoring. That's practically all we'll have time for. Okay, just making sure my audio is okay. Yeah, it's fine. Let's put this microphone a little bit higher up. Now let's get back to it. So step number one is we just got to fix everything. So all of this is pretty standard. I do want to get the lights to work as intended, which is going to be complicated. Actually, let's start there. Okay. We want to make a for loop here. And I do want to make each one of these light circle things to be a group of 3. I'm trying to do 4. I think 4 will be too much. I'm going to have to do a lot of refactoring. This is the first, like, the first while for the stream is just going to be me fixing a bunch of code and making a lot of stuff work. I think the result is going to be worth it. But it's definitely going to be a bit painful. 100%. Okay, so we want to have lights be an array. And I instead of doing let light equal this, I want to do lights dot shift. No, unshift. I'm like 99% sure it's going to work. And now instead of doing light dot style dot position, etc., we'll do lights 0. I probably should double check this and make sure this is correct. Lights. 1 second. 1 moment. Okay. Just make sure my pop-out chats are looking proper, nice and prim. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's good. Okay, let's get it started. Beginning of the array, new length of array. Perfect. Good, 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 good. Actually, wait. No. There's another way we could do this as well, but it'll be overcomplicating our life. This makes more sense, and then we can just do lights is equal to lights. Maybe we should the nomenclature here is bad. Maybe I should do lightar. No. I'll just call it light. As long as we keep the nomenclature consistent and I'll just remember it, it should be a pretty good spot. Okay. But now this is how I want it to be. And everything else here makes sense. There is going to be some changes we're going to make for this, but for right now, this is fine. Okay. Everything else here is okay. Okay. So language to on click button 0. Okay, so here's where it gets more complicated. So here we're going to do dot radius. And it'll be plus equals dot radius. And then, so style dot height, this is going to be the lights. So here it gets even more complicated because we actually want to do this on for let, are we within a array? No, we're not. Okay, for let I equals 0, I less than 3, I plus plus. I feel like we're going to regret this later, but if we do, I'll just suffer. So light, 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 all these are lights. This is the buttons. That should be fine. I don't know if I should be worried about efficiency and just complexity of the code right now. It might be something I should worry about, but I'm not. I don't know, honestly. Dot light. I'm actually very curious if my nomenclature here is correct. I feel like this is wrong. This feels like I'm writing it wrong, and I don't like it, but I'll live with it. I think at the end of the day, I can live with questionable stuff. Bless me, holy. Okay. I feel like anybody who actually knows what they're doing, if they saw my code right now, would feel sick to the stomach, and that is fine. It's fine. It's not excellent, but it's fine. Okay, so on button 03, that's the X, right? And this is dot radius. Yeah. Dot Y. Actually, there's a couple other. Oh god. Okay, it gets the plot thickens because I also for the lights for the new thing, I want to introduce rotation and rotational velocity, which is more another object within an object. So what we want to do for that is so the lights thing here isn't going to be. Okay. We're going to have. I'm going to call this node. We're also going to include the not radius. Rotation. I'll call it rot. Rot is going to be 0. And rotvel is going to be math.random. Oh, God. Math.random. This is definitely going to be modified later. But for right now, it's going to be times 2 minus 1. I think it's going to work fine. I'm not confident, but I think so far this is going to work as intended. And then instead of light 0 dot style dot position, it's light 0 dot node. And we're going to just add this to all of these. Oh, God. I genuinely think I'm insane right now, and I'm not even sure if it's in a good or bad way anymore. Dot node. Okay. This here should make a bit more sense. And yeah, this is horrifying, but it should work. Light, eye, style, height, width. Okay, everything else here makes sense. I don't know. Honestly, thinking about this, there's definitely some stuff in here that I'm just in my head, I'm thinking I'm going to hate later because it is going to just my own code will get in my own way. I can already see the bugs or the issues. So light I dot node dot node dot node, and here this is gonna be dot light dot node. Oops, a daisy. Dot light dot node dot style dot top, and then dot y radius over 2. Yeah, all that makes sense. Okay, this is all correct. Is this correct? Yeah, this is correct. Light I dot node, yeah. Okay, so all of this is good. All this is properly refactored. Modifying this, should I? Part of me feels like I should refactor part of this already. Part of me also just feels like I'm just asking for trouble at this point. Also, I was thinking earlier about potentially using mouse over properties to handle death and being within the light. But think about it now, it would make more sense just to use the button click property and maybe some just some generic properties on what lights are currently active. Because really active lights should be few and far between, theoretically. I'm going to modify this for right now, just for the sake of having it modified. We can always manipulate it later in case it doesn't actually work as intended. Anyways, we're getting close to the more annoying part of this. So we fit with all that. Now next part is, so button dot status buttons I4. This is X, right? No, it's Y. It doesn't matter. We can just do X first. Dot X. Dot X. Dot Y. Dot Y. Dot radius. Okay, this is looking pretty snazzy, pretty nice. Dot status. Append child. Dot button. Then light dot type a layer for, and we have already I, so we'll go for J. Okay. And now what we're going to do is we're just going to append buttons I dot light J dot node. Yeah. Okay. Now with all of that painful coding, this should be accurate. Oh god, I can already, I know I'm gonna miss a single line. I'm gonna fix it, but I'll just feel horrible for missing it. And I shouldn't. I really shouldn't. I really shouldn't even think about that. But I guess that is a personal fault. So light equals document dot create element div. Yeah, this is fine. Light document create element div. Light dot style dot position absolute. All this is no. Just copy this code. I think I just copy the code. This should be accurate. Is there anything in here that is... This is fine. The only difference I think is going to be here is... Oops, daisy. Let's zoom out. Man. If you guys cannot see the code and would like me to zoom in on any particular portion, let me know. Be more than happy to oblige. The goal right now is to kind of So the only difference is we're not going to append this yet. We might do it if we'll add in a thing for the hiddens. That'll make it more interesting. Okay. With, yeah, it's gonna be, this is the light nodes, so this doesn't really matter. We'll do X, Y here just for the sake of consistency. Kind of wish I could check and make sure I did a previous. I think it's fine. This does not matter, actually. This really doesn't matter. Okay, all this looks pretty good. X minus 5, 10s, these are all fine. The main difference is gonna be lead torch. Yeah, this is fine. The only difference is we're gonna do status. Status hidden, type light, button torch, X, Y, light. Hopefully it doesn't complain about that. Might. Radius 0, and then end with that. Okay, all that looks pretty good. We're on line 104. We're about halfway done with this. And honestly, the rest of this is going to be relatively straightforward because you don't have to deal with the lights and stuff. Okay. Torch.onClick. Here's where it gets more complicated because I got to deal with the torch on click events. Okay. Logs minus minus index dot source element ID. It's fine. I feel like the way I'm handling this right now is asking for trouble, but it's whatever. I don't think. I hope that the amount of data I'm storing here isn't going to overwhelm the project. It might. If we see some, I don't know. This at some point I need to be realistic with my expectations, and if we cannot make this super efficient, we'll just get it done for the sake of having a submission. We are definitely trying to push the limits of what we can do here with this code. Dot radius. Okay, all this looks pretty nifty, pretty good. And then here we want to do dot light. Oh god, okay, we want to do for let I equals 0, I less than 3, I plus plus. Okay, light I dot node. Well, actually, no. I was gonna say I don't envy the person who reads my code later, but actually I will say I'm making it a bit more readable by adding an object-oriented programming. Kind of. Maybe I shouldn't say that because this isn't exactly that. I feel like I'm making it smaller and smaller, and I'm starting to worry you guys might not be able to read what I'm doing. Maybe I'll zoom in just a little bit. It makes my life a little bit more painful, but it's fine. Dot radius. Actually, gotta zoom out. Dot radius. Dot x. dot radius plus ox. Okay, that's fine. Dot y dot y. Okay. That all looks fine and dandy. Kind of, yes, good. Okay, good. It's good, it's good, it's good. I was making sure. Actually, wait, I was trying to double check. Testing audio. Okay, good, good, good. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm entertaining myself by listening to music while I'm doing this, but it is very much not stream friendly music, as in, by stream friendly, I mean non copyright. Just keeping myself moderately sane. Honestly, we'll make some pretty good progress. I think if this works, I would have achieved what I was expecting to take a full hour or two to do. Which isn't bad. It isn't bad at all. One thing I'm not looking forward to, and I slept late today. I woke up at 4. Today's my day off, so but today, in 3.5 hours, I have work. I don't think I can go to bed, but I don't feel tired, so I think I can kind of just go through a full day of work. I might need a nap when I come back. I don't know. I gotta fix my sleep schedule. I think everything boils down to that, and the struggle is absolutely real. I feel mostly bad for everyone who watches the stream, because without having a proper schedule, I know it must be difficult for people who want to watch to be able to watch. Buttons I0. I0 was the status, right? Status. Okay. Status dot x dot x dot y dot radius. Dot status, and then player dot button dot type, and here's when we gotta add another for loop, and we're within a for loop, so we gotta make a j. Okay. Dot light j dot node. That all is pretty good. Yeah, I think we're all pretty good spot. 40% white. Okay, everything else is good. Always gotta implement all of these, and then we probably want to get the rotational. Okay, getting pretty close. So what we have so far is I've implemented all the light stuff. Next up is the logs, the flares, and the papers. So it's just refactoring these to be object oriented. So nothing too difficult there. And then I do want to manipulate. I'm done the set interval thing. This is all doesn't matter. Standard. This doesn't matter. This very simple to refactor this. This is just essentially me taking this code and moving it down here. Quite frankly, what we're doing with this new one is I know you guys don't see what I've been working on yet because I keep saying I'm adding a for loop. I'm not really saying what it does. What I'm trying to do is instead of having the lights be a single circle, like a simple circle, I'd like it to be 3 misshapen circles that rotate at different speeds to kind of have like this like more organic looking light. And I want to make the opacity lower so it actually like feels like the edge is a gradient. It'll be interesting. I think it'll look really, really cool. I'm also very, very biased, clearly. Okay. Anyways, with that being said, I'm going to zoom in here because we don't have the light stuff that's taking up all the space anymore. Log, all these are accurate. This doesn't matter. Hidden log, push. Okay, so here we got to change it to an object. I'm actually just terrified. If I do this wrong, there's so much that could be problematic. What is this? Oh, let's say amount, or yeah, I'll say amount. This could definitely be something that we manipulate later. Okay, so just manipulate this thingamabob. So change dot amount and then index dot button dot remove. Oh, whoops, daisy, forgot this one. Dot amount. Okay. So next up, so I think logs is done. Next up is the flare. This should all be accurate. Yeah, it's all accurate. Then all I gotta do is change this to an object type. Oops, daisy, I made a small bug right here. Okay. Okay. Buttons, element source ID dot button dot remove flare time equals 5. I'm still, this implementation here is one of my least favorite yet most, I'm impressed by it, honestly. I'm actually shocked by my idea here, because I kind of made it on a whim, and it actually, after thinking about it, makes so much sense. It's also just a bizarrely dumb idea. It like makes a global variable, but it makes sense to update it constantly. Okay. Then we change the status right here. Actually, I'm going to check one thing really fast. How's my audio sounding? Audio sounds okay, my voice not so much. That's fine. Let's keep going. So status, type, button. I'm hoping that it lets me do this. This feels wrong. We can always fix it in a pretty easy way though. Okay, and we finished all of that. Now all that's left is a set interval, and then we'll be in a pretty good spot. Okay. So this where it gets more complicated because we're going to want to do... that's fine. Okay, here's where it gets more interesting. Okay. Buttons, dot button dot style dot left calc buttons. Wait, no, this is wrong. No, it's right. Wait, no, I'm confused. What does this mean? So we go through all the buttons. Oh, no, this is okay. That makes sense. No, that makes sense. I was confused for a second. This is just because we're moving with the screen, the buttons need to move based off the X value. That makes sense. Makes sense. Okay. Dot. Sometimes I gotta actually read my code, and then that kind of throws me through a loop. I don't just know. That always is a struggle. Okay, I'm gonna do dot status here, dot status, dot type here, and then dot radius. I'm gonna just do times. Can we do times equals? I can do times equals. If I'm wrong about that, that might be painful later. There's something I want to do with the lights later, but it's not really a critical thing. Okay, I5. I5 is... Oh, here's where we want to add in the for loop. Because we're now using 3 separate light sources. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit so I can actually read this properly. Status, here we go. Okay, that's kind of hard to read actually. So here we want to do dot light j dot node. And we're going to want to actually implement a couple other things as well. We're going to, on top of using this behavior, we're going to also want to implement the rotation within this. It actually isn't going to increase the complexity of the code that much. There are some things I want to do to like free up resources when lights are not being utilized. But that can come later. Buttons. Dot radius. Dot radius. We're getting so close to testing all this out, and I have a feeling it's not going to work out. I'm going to bet right now that it is not going to work first try. If it works, I am going to feel godly. I'm going to just say that much right now. I refactored 200 lines of code in under an hour, and if it works, that is going to be an awesome feeling. I just don't think it's realistic. Yeah, we're done. Save it, and then let's go check it out. This, it failed. That's awesome. That's the only bugs we have. Okay. Okay, I know where this probably is going to be. Line 177. It's going to be where I'm... Yeah, I know. I had a feeling I messed it up right here. Thank you for the follow, Luke and Paloken. Welcome to the stream. Okay, let's run it again. Okay. If this works, I'm officially a god. I think it's working. Actually, take it back. Oh, wait. No. Let's get these blocks first. Hey, it works. What did I say? But yes, okay, so we got it working. Now let's implement rotation and change the opacity, and hopefully it's going to look absolutely sick. I can't guarantee anything, though. Okay, so first thing we want to do is we want to, in the code, we want to change the opacity of each of these. So basically all of the circles, we're going to lower the opacity and then give them a rotation. I think we can just say 1/3 here. I think it'll just work. And we're going to want to do this exact same thing for the other light source. Here. Man, first try. One bug. Literally one bug. And it was just a bracket problem. And I was kind of rushing near the end. I kind of was expecting a bug like that to happen. I knew where it was immediately because it was the one that I didn't go back and fix. Easy peasy. I need, you know, I gotta leave a bug behind every now and then to like keep myself relatively humble, or else my god complex becomes unbearable. Okay, opacity Border radius, all this is pretty good. And now what we want to do is we want to add in, oh god, I forget the CSS property names. I think I just say rotation. Let's just try. I'm gonna just double check this. I'm gonna phone a friend on this one. Rotation CSS. No, I don't care about transform. I will literally want the. Give me. No, I still don't care. Come on, give me. Is it? Wait, no, I doubt it. No, it has to be. CSS rotate. Rotate property. Okay, yeah, okay. Good. So 1 degrees. And I'm gonna say, so we want to do, I could do it in radians. Let's do it in radians because I think it's gonna look better that way. It'll save me from some headache. I'm gonna copy this. Hopefully the opacity should be fine. I doubt it's gonna burn me too much on that. Dot daisy rotate. You guys are watching my code, right? Yeah, already watching the code. Just double check something real fast. Just making sure I sound okay on stream. Kind of cutting out a little bit in and out. I gotta talk more into the mic. ASMR coding, am I right? Okay. So we added a rotate property. We don't want to have 1/3. We want to basically, we have the property in our lights. So we want to use lights, but not node. We want to do lights 0 dot rot plus rad. And then we'll just implement that on the other one as well. Did I start it at 0? I kind of feel like I should just, I might fix that later. That's not really critical right now. Let's zoom out just a little bit here so I can actually read my own code. And what we want to do is when we're creating our torches, when did I put that? Wait, did I? No, this doesn't matter. The rotation is going to be implemented separately in the, I guess there's something, I want to work on it now. It's like 20 lines of code and something I want to do. No, it's not worth it. That's like 15 minutes of dev time that just isn't worth my time. Not yet, not right now. Okay, so I've already done that, and I want to just take light size 0. Literally just steal this and just dump it here. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Actually, I love how I implemented this because this is so universal. I can just copy and paste. Simple, easy peasy. Honestly, I should have refactored this earlier. This is not refactoring it like this was a mistake, and I'll gladly admit that. I should have started this way. I think the reason why I didn't was because I literally forgot exactly how the what do you call it? How to do it properly. I literally before stream I just made a small test project to make sure I understood it. I did. I literally got it first try, so I don't even know why I thought I didn't know. I feel like I'm bragging, but I'm doing such simple things. I don't think I don't know. I think right now I'm just like in an adrenaline rush kind of mode. Let's see what I do here. So we already done the light, the rotation. Now what we want to do is here. We want to update all the rotations and okay. So let's zoom in here. Little one just steal this. And instead of node, we want to do rot plus equals Control C rot vel. And then we want to update node dot style dot rotate equals buttons I rot plus rad. Okay, and that should be done. That should be fine. Hopefully it just runs first try. That's not what I was expecting, but I'm actually not disappointed. That's insane. That's actually, I don't know if that's cooler or less cool than I was expecting. I don't know. I think it's going too fast. Let's manipulate some of the code real fast to slow it down just a teensy bit. Let's do math rot over 2 minus 1/4. And do the same thing. Actually, let's just save it and just run it. This is the initial one anyways. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, I'm going to actually increase the angle. Or sorry, decrease the angle to 30 degrees. Why did I make it worse? It was literally fine. Why did it go back to being bad? Rodvel. It looks slower. Okay, wait, I'm going to refactor this further. Let's do 4th and 8th. Okay, and now let's decrease angle to 30 degrees. I feel like it might be an actual bug type issue. Let's inspect. No bug, actually, surprisingly. Is there just like an optical illusion? I will say 30 does seem too little. Let's do 35. Maybe 40 is just like the perfect amount. Why is it like... Oh wait, I did 45. Whoops a daisy. I was like, man, it does not look like remembered looking. Every time I swear it goes faster and faster. What's wrong with this thing? Why is it acting like this? Actually, it might be like when it's on like the higher end of the amount, that's when it acts up. Maybe I should just do rads. Okay, wait, I'm gonna go back and let's do rads instead of degrees instead of this. and just manipulate. Now let's manipulate it again. That did not go as intended. Oh. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, I get it. 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 0.001. Let's try this. Okay, I think that's actually a problem. I get it now. I hate it, but I get it now. I get the issue. What we're seeing is because we're updating the direction, the rotation by like a full radian, we're seeing it like jump, and that basically can go really fast or really slow depending on the exact fraction, the actual ratio. Uh, we're updating every 60th of a second. Let's do over like 300 minus 150. Okay. Maybe 1,500. Wait, no. One over 500. It literally jumps from like, wait, it's like vibrating. I don't understand. 600 minus 300. No, wait. 1,200. 500. 1,000. Okay, I'm confused. Let's jump to 200. This feels like a bug, but no bug is showing up. I'm in degrees right now. Okay, this behavior, that's good. It's going really slowly. That's what I wanted. I really wanted to see these starting to separate properly. So this is way too slow. Maybe like 50, 100. It looks really good. I'm not sure if it's maybe just a little bit more. Let's do 30, 60. that's good. Let's do 1/2 on this. Why is it acting up? I can literally feel it. It's like buffering. What's going on? Okay, what is going on here? Performance seems $19. I can't tell if this is good or bad. I feel like this might be bad, but I can feel it shuddering. And that feels wrong. And it feels like it's when I turn the opacity up. If I turn it down, will it be better? No, it still feels shuddery. I don't think it matters. Why is it shuddering? This feels like there's something wrong here. Okay, what's going on? Let's look at the task manager really fast. Let's see. Oh god, okay. I'm kind of curious. Actually, wait. If I delete this, what'll happen? Honestly, it's complaining more about Chrome being open. Wait, I'm going to close Chrome out. Okay, let's run the mini jam again. It feels much smoother now. Okay. So I think next step is going to be, now that we got this thing running the way I intended, I want to just double check one thing actually. I don't think I should render the lights if they are, or update the lights information if the radius is too small, because we just won't even see anything. So I think we should actually skip all of this. If button status found, light and buttons I dot radius is greater than 15. Let's see if this actually solves it. I feel like this would solve it. Oh, you guys can see the code. I just added in this little and right here to kind of clean up some of the efficiency. So now when I grow this out, now it should only render these light things. We got to fix that, obviously. But now it should only render these lights or update the lights if they actually need to be updated, which is a pretty good start. We're getting there. Because now it's only like really updating a couple of things, which is great. That's exactly what we want. So next step is for us to we made a couple changes. Let's update the other lights with those changes. And also I should make it so that the initial rotation is proper. Right now it isn't. That is a problem. So we have rotations 31 over 60 over 30 over 60 plus rad 132. Okay, all that should work. And then we want to update the rot to be 0 to, I think 0 to 1, honestly. So we can just make this be math.random1. It's going to be like not perfect, but honestly, that's fine here. Honestly, making it bigger would actually better the distribution, but that's not really, none of this is critical. This is actually just me being super particular about how I do stuff, which is fine. It's not the end of the world for me to be particular, and this should just make it look a little bit better. Let's give it a run and see what happens. It feels like it's buffering. I don't like that. I'm gonna look at task manager really fast. It's taking 257. I can't tell if it's taking up a lot or very little of. It's in efficiency mode. What if I turn it out of efficiency mode? I don't know. Okay, doesn't matter. Wait, why is it acting this way? Oh, God. Okay, so what we definitely want to do is... That is a bug and a half. Maybe let's do 10. Actually, I think I know how we're going to fix this. Should I fix this? This isn't like a hyper critical problem. I'm going to just comment out. No, I should fix it. I should. Okay, this is, we'll make it more efficient later. That line does help because when we have like several flares up, it'll limit what is active and what isn't. But it also isn't like the end of the world if we don't have it in there. So how many days do we have left on this thing actually? Mini game a month. This one. We have 5 days and 22 minutes, or 22 hours, 6 days really. I think I'm gonna call it for today. We actually did a lot more than I was initially planning. I refactored all my code. I got the visual thing I wanted to do, the thingamabob. It isn't perfect. Actually, why isn't it perfect? That's my question. Okay, the last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to see if I can make it perfect, and then after that, we're going to call it. So I'm gonna just keep upping this number until it does what I want it to do. Let's try 2/3. Or like let's like do like 0.8, 0.8. Like this has to work, right? 0.8 is ridiculous. Honestly, well, you guys can see. Wait, whoops, daisy. I think this looks a lot better. I might just let's try 0.7. Does 0.7 still look as good? You can kind of see the overlap. 0.8 you couldn't. Let's try 0.75. I think it's like an. It's not. I think the issue is that it isn't additive opacity. I think it's multiplicative opacity. That is what is breaking my brain just a little bit. So I fixed that. Now let's give it a run. Literally can still see the overlap. Let's try 8. I guess we could also just go for full opacity. I feel like it's gonna like us a lot more if we did full opacity. Like I have a sneaking suspicion. Like you can kind of see it, but it's not like ridiculous. Like again, you can kind of. I don't know. Okay, I think we're calling it here because I'm tired, and I think we made really good progress. I think really all that's left is spawning in more areas, adding in the monster, adding in death, adding like an upgrade system, building in the menus, and then finishing the gameplay loop, and then just polish. Polish after that, just artwork. Maybe just I don't want to make it artwork heavy. I want to just stick with the foundations. I think the only thing I really want to do that's like a bit more like um, picky is gonna be the sound effects. I want to be like interesting like sound effects, kind of like depict when you're like going into the dark and so on. Um, what else? Yeah, I think honestly, there's some more work we need to do, but we're close. I think tomorrow I'm gonna try to just hash out the spawning of more stuff and maybe the enemies. I think those two things That's gonna really get us where we need to go. And I have a really cool idea for how I'm gonna like make the death screen. I've been thinking about that a lot. I have a vision for it. It's pretty easy to like implement it. Um, Really, the point of this game jam, I think, is for me to try to do as much as possible with as little as possible. That's kind of the vibe that I've been going for. But but yeah. So I think right now we're gonna call it. Hope you guys all enjoyed the stream. And yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. And hopefully tomorrow I'm gonna be at 6 o'clock. I'm gonna try. I have to. I have to start being regular. Get the schedule down. I'm gonna take a nap, wake up, get some stuff done, and then yeah, tomorrow we're gonna shoot for 6 o'clock. Anyhow, hope you guys all enjoyed. See you guys tomorrow, and stay awesome. I'd outro this, but I'm starting to get a headache. I should take a nap. I'm like I'm tired. That's all. I'll actually before I go to sleep, I will update the code on the GitHub if anyone's interested in that because I did do a lot of changes here. I literally refactored. I'm so proud of myself. I'm gonna end on that. I'm just extremely proud of what we did today. I did a lot of work in like an hour and 20 minutes.